Right guys, welcome back for another episode. This week I'm in North Wales. I'm going to be searching the riverbank of this river, which has been in flood all winter, to see what treasures I can find. So stick around and let's see what the river left behind. That is really creepy. Looks like we've got our first find of the day. Piece of copper piping. It's all mangled and crushed. I don't know how much copper's worth nowadays, but I don't think I'll be getting much for that in the scrapyard. Loads of old fishing line and rope all mixed in here. This is what gets tangled around the birds and the fish. There's absolutely loads of it. There's also some rebarb in there as well. Let's try and get this off the bank. What's that saying? No good deed goes unpunished. I was trying to get all that metal and rope out the rivers and the metal's gone right through my waders. It's a nasty gash as well. Ah, that's a bit of a bummer. I'll try and melt that back together. Seems to be doing the job. There we go. It's not pretty, but it'll have to do. I think we'll try and carry on now. That wasn't the best start in the world, was it? Look how high up that rope is. Just shows you how high the water was. What's this? It's like a towel. Is it? Like a towel or a jumper. There we go. It's an arm. There's the other arm. Certainly not my style. It was someone's at one point. It's like an ear or something. It must have been a hoodie. Looks like a bit of a plastic casing. Probably once had electronics in it. Looks like an old circuit board or something. Right guys, I think I'm going to try and cross the river here on this bend. This is a bit deeper than I thought. Oh, I'm right in the centre now, it's trying to push me off. There we go, I think we're through the worst of it. It's always a good idea to keep a stick with you if you're crossing rivers. Just gives you a little bit more support, and to be honest, I don't think I would have been able to make that if it didn't have the stick. It doesn't look much, but there's quite a current there. Looks like some fiberglass. Possibly off the side of a kayak, yeah. I think that's what it is. It's the bottom of a kayak or a small boat. You can just see the contour of it. Wonder where the rest is. Old piece of tin. Looks like the lid. Someone's lost a tin of Heroes. Looks like an old rubber mat. Yeah, looks like an old mat. So it's places like this where a lot of the debris gets washed up. These little islands that run through the middle of the river normally collect all the rubbish and debris, so I'll stick on here and see what we can find. It's well and truly wedged in there. Looks like an old water container. More pieces of rubber. It's definitely not good for the river, that, is it? No treasure so far. Just seems to be rubbish everywhere. This looks like it's going to be a bit of a challenge to cross here. I'm going to try and wade through here, see how we get on. It's just too deep everywhere else. This is where it's up to on me at the minute. I think I'm committed though now, so I'm going to have to keep going. Oh, there's so many branches on the floor. Okay, we're out. I'm still on the other side though. Just trying to find somewhere where the water's moving a little bit slower. Another find. Looks like a sleeping bag. Yep. I hope there was no one in that when it got washed down. I just want to get to this little island in the middle. And then the other side's a lot shallower. Be able to cross there. Right, I made it. I'm going to head into the forest and then we'll rejoin along the bank in a minute. I think that's our best find so far. It's an old kid's play toy. Looks like it's been washed up there for a while. Little plastic hook. This one's wrapped around barbed wire, so I'm not going to repeat the same mistakes I did before. I'll leave that where it is. Another piece of metal. For a second then I thought that was a shell. Just some sort of plastic. More plastic bottles. Some more of that corrugated metal. I found a shoe. I'm just hoping there's no foot attached to it. An old slipper. I'm glad there's no foot in it. So up to now we found clothing, slippers and a sleeping bag. I'm beginning to think there's going to be someone down here. That rain's really starting to come down now. I'll tuck in along the bank so I don't get soaked. I think I'll stay under here for a little bit and get some shelter out of the rain. Another piece of that kayak. Yeah, it's definitely the bottom off a boat or a kayak. A piece of plastic. It's definitely the biggest find so far. I think it's a feeding trough, or what's left of the feeding trough. Seems to have some wheel arches on it, so this might have sat on the back of an ATV or something, just to be able to move it around for the farm animals. I think there's probably going to be a lot of washed up debris in here. I can already see some from here. Some more corrugated steel in there. There's an old tyre at the bottom there. Another tyre down there. What's left of a hay bale. Another tyre, not much left of that. Bit of a mangled mess in there, it's full of plastic and metal sheeting. It's an old TV aerial. A bit more pottery. Looks like the top off a bottle or a jar. So this is where you'd expect everything to be washed up. Where all these trees gather. Doesn't really let much through. This balloon survived, just about anyway. It's got something written on it. I don't know if you can see that. It says, "Love you, Natasha, May 93 to 21st of October 25, Alice," and 3 kisses. Well, there you go, Alice. This is where your balloon ended up, that you sent up for Natasha. We've got a traffic cone here. There's loads of bones as well. Rib bones. Some more here. This looks like fur. Yeah. Obviously something died around here. This side off an old bench. The metal frame. Another tyre. Is that another one as well? Yep, there's 2. And I think we've got a welly. Dunlop. Looks like a child's welly. Not doing too bad for clothes and shoes, are we? Wouldn't it be good if we could find the other one? Have a matching pair then. Although I think they're a bit too small for me. I think this was a fishing net at one point. Obviously the net's gone off the end. Looks like someone was using that as an old paint tub. Well, that's weird. Look at this. This is a shoe. And then there's bone here. Have a rummage around, make sure there's nothing else. There's another one there as well. That's got scour marks in it. Hang on. See, that looks like it's got saw marks in it and knife marks. That's really creepy. I'm just going to have a little look through here, make sure there's nothing else. Yeah, there's another one. I can't find any more bones, but that's really creepy. These 3 bones, all right next to this shoe. Looks like a woman's shoe maybe. To me, based on the size, they all look like animal bones. I'm not an expert, but it's just really creepy the way they're all mixed in with the shoe. I did have a feeling I was going to find something like that, particularly after I found that slipper as well. Just one of those things that sticks in your mind. When you find a shoe, you're going to turn it over. There's going to be something in it. I'm fairly certain, based on the size, they're all animal bones, but it's just a bit odd the way they're all concentrated together. We'll keep on searching and see what else we can find. Anyway, on a lighter note, this is the whitest stone I've ever seen. I think I'll keep hold of that one. All the banks have collapsed on this side, so I was hoping to try and get onto that side there, but the river's moving far too fast and it's far too deep to cross here, so I might have to find another way round. I think I'm going to go up through the forest and come back down where the bank isn't as steep, because there's no way I can get across there. Although going up that way doesn't look any easier. Try and find the best way to get up here. That's what I've just come up. can see the banks that have collapsed all the way on the river. Looks like all the deers are coming this way, so I'll just follow their trail. Here we go, back down to the riverbank now. Let's see what else we can find along here then. There's plenty more plastic and rope all mixed up in the trees. It's a cup. I think we've got a cup. We have indeed, and it's intact. Oh, except for the handle. Look at that. Let's give it a wash. Cheers, guys. Doesn't look like there's much else down that way. So we'll carry on back this way. More plastic. Looks like some old flooring. One of the old waste recycling bins. There's the rest of the bin over there. This here is an old window frame off a caravan. So at some point there's been a caravan washed through this river and it's just smashed it up to pieces. That's probably why we found a lot of that tin sheeting before. It's probably the siding off the caravans. Some more of that tin sheeting here as well. Some more of that flooring we found before. Probably from the inside of the caravan. There you go, there's another window bracket as well. Looks like the rim off an old wheel. Probably been from some farm equipment. It's quite a big piece of pottery. It looks like porcelain. Wouldn't surprise me actually if that was a sink or a toilet from the caravan that's washed down here. So we didn't manage to find any treasure while searching this riverbank, but there was definitely some unusual finds, like the sleeping bag, the items of clothing, and then of course the boot with those bones scattered around. I think I'll double check when I get back home that they definitely were animal bones. If you did enjoy this episode, guys, please consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on any future adventures. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.